Yeah, Storm Tracker 13 Chief Meteorologist Mary Matthews is in now with a check on how much snow we could get into the evening hours and then overnight. Mary.
Yeah, the short answer for that is going to be a general 2 to 5 over the next 12 hours. But yeah, I hate to say this, but I think it kind of sets the perspective. Don't focus so much on snowfall totals. The system is so cold, the ground is going to get so cold tonight that even a ½ inch is going to cause some problems on secondary roads tomorrow morning. So that's kind of what I would say to kind of set those expectations just a bit. We have the heaviest of snow right here across El Paso County, southern areas of El Paso County. As a matter of fact, you can see right across Fountain. Fountain was getting hit with some pretty heavy snow here over the last consecutive 45 minutes. Now that heavier band is starting to shift towards areas into Lorison Ranch. They're east of Mesa Ridge Parkway, just east of Powers, but we're still getting some very heavy returns showing up there just around parts of the airport. So on the east side of town, you'll notice around Mark Sheffield and up towards areas close to Drennan Road. I got a heavier burst of snow coming through right now. Here's southern Powers Boulevard. You can see if you follow that all the way into parts of Cimarron Hills closer to the airport, we've got another round of heavy snow starting to venture that direction, whereas we've really just had light snow over the last couple of hours. Downtown Colorado Springs, snow is picking up just a bit. You work your way north along I-25, a little bit lighter around Garden of the Gods, and some pretty consistent heavy snow here around Black Forest along Highway 83, probably getting some partially covered roads, and a little bit lighter as you venture north through the Gap and central and southern areas of Douglas County. Heavier rounds of snow now coming through for Teller County around Woodland Park. As you notice a little bit farther south, we've got a lot of holes in the radar here where you can actually see drier conditions around Pueblo. Most of the light snow is south into parts of areas around Rye, Beulah Valley, just moving east of there, and some light snow here across the Raton Mesa and out across areas just north of Highway 50 along I-70. Let's look at those ground temperatures right now because they've been mainly hovering in the upper 30s so far today. Now we're starting to drop to around freezing in Colorado Springs. So that's going to mean that secondary roads will start to get some pretty slick conditions over the next several hours, especially as we head closer to about 7 p.m. Ground is just wet here across parts of Pueblo and areas across the southeastern plains. Here's the culprit, area of low pressure that is turning in Southern California. Another push of Arctic air swinging across the desert southwest. That low pressure center is going to track towards the Four Corners by Tuesday morning and bring some heavy snow with it as you are venturing out the door. So right now that system is located towards parts of the desert southwest around Tucson, Arizona, with the warm sector showing some severe weather and some heavy snow now moving east of Flagstaff. You can see that general counterclockwise spin right over Southern California, areas into Arizona, and that will be bringing a secondary push of energy towards our direction by tomorrow morning. So here's how that plays out on the radar. You'll notice that band of snow that right now, that energy that is right over central and northern El Paso County. Steering currents are very light in the upper levels of the atmosphere, so it's really just not going to push that band along very quickly, which means we'll continue to stack up snow in northern El Paso County and southern El Paso County closer to about midnight tonight. A general 1 to 3 inches, which again, with as cold as this system is, will be enough to cause some slick conditions. Then that starts to dissipate just a bit. You'll notice between about 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. in the morning, we start to get heavier bursts of snow here through Pueblo County, parts of Highway 50, areas into Baca County around Springfield. Branson, just a bit of a dusting, close to 1 inch of snow, but most of the heavy snow will come across the Pikes Peak region tomorrow morning and then lingering into tomorrow evening around Teller County and local mountain cities before that snow will completely begin to clear out across the region. So here's a look at the future snowfall. Again, you're noticing it's stacking up quite a bit here across Beulah Valley, areas into Colorado City, 3 to 6 inches. 2 to 5 in Pueblo County and 2 to 5 there around Canyon City. I know that seems like a bit of a large spread, 2 to 5, but that has to do with the banding of snow lingering across the area alongside with how cold the system is, which means these bands linger across the area. You're going to stack up a ½ inch to 1 inch per hour. You times that times 5 to 6 hour event here. You're looking at a decent 5 to 6 inches on the ground in some areas. And same goes for here across Highway 24, areas east of Colorado Springs. Areas into Manitou Springs, probably a pretty sharp delineation line between 4 to 5 inches, and then as you go a little bit farther towards eastern Teller County, probably closer to 2 to 4. Again, I would not really focus so much on those snowfall totals because even 2 inches is going to cause some problems just with the lingering cold that we have had over the last 36 hours. Temperatures will struggle to make out of the teens and 20s for highs on Tuesday. Our winter weather advisories will not expire until 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Then we'll flush out some of the very cold, dense air at the surface with returning those winds out of the south on Wednesday. Highs will be back up into the 30s and 40s, and then that gradual warming trend will just continue through the end of the week and heading into the weekend. So, hunker down for the next 24 hours. It's going to be pretty chilly. If you can stay indoors, best to do so. Grocery delivery is a beautiful thing. We all learned that through COVID, and I think we're still learning that. I don't know how I'll ever go back to carrying groceries up 3 flights of stairs. I digress. Temperatures in the 20s for Fremont County on Tuesday, gradually warming back up into the 40s on Wednesday. So another push of snow for tomorrow morning's commutes. Plan those routes accordingly. Stay weather aware, and we'll keep you posted right here on the networks of KRDO.